here you guys are a family. I went to public school since freshman year, and honestly, it's a lot different. Here, first year here, I had people coming up to me saying, my name's Anthony Uribe, and it was, I was coming here and I was thinking, oh, they're just gonna see somebody from a different school, somebody who they won't care about, because that's how public school is. They don't care about you. They size you up, they do all this stuff, and it's just not a family. And so, Anthony was right, and you guys have a lot of good things here, and I'm honored to be here, especially with the staff. And so, if you didn't know, my name is Bryson, and the theme of building a firm foundation has spoken to me. It's easy to lose your foundation and feel lost. I felt lost all my time at public school. It's so easy to get turned around and listen to the wrong people and do the wrong things. And as I speak today, I hope you listen to me and my message. And the things I'm going to say you might go through, you might not. It's a possibility, but more than likely you will. And I'm shaking because I've never spoken to this many people, honestly. I've spoken to like 3 people at a time. So this is a lot different than me. And I had like 2 shots of espresso this morning. So at the age of 9, my foundation fell apart. My mom, who is my hero. I'm a total mama's boy. I love my mom. She was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. It's basically like, the best way I can explain it is her white cells turned into a zombie kind of virus. They were attacking her immune system. It was gone. Whenever I'm sick, I can't see my mom. And it spread through her entire body, went from her head to her spine. Right now, they're cutting, as we speak, they're cutting one of her spine nerves to reduce the pain that she goes through. And it really hurts, because you feel like you're in a cage and you hear your mom yelling at you, like screaming for help, and you can't do anything. So she's a very strong woman, and it's an honor to be her son. I try to help her every single day. And whenever she got diagnosed, they told us there's no cure. The treatments were highly expensive, and it was a matter of time. And that really killed us all. And I got scared. I mean, I was 9. How are you supposed to know what this is? So whenever she came home, the first week she came home, we went to my grandparents' house, and she dropped to the floor. No words, no nothing, just dropped. And I witnessed my mom just have seizures. And she used to be a paramedic, so she used to be the one going and getting the people, but now she was the one being taken away. So it hurt her. Every time she saw an ambulance, she cried. She missed her job, and it was taken away from her. And we all got mad. We blamed God. I used to go to church, but I haven't been to church in a long time. And so we were all angry and lost. And just like that, my foundation crumbled in a blink of an eye. As the years went by, I slowly watched my mom get worse, and I didn't listen or trust in God or anything, and I prayed that nobody will go through this. It's terrible. And if you do, come talk to me. I got so many stories. This is just my top one. And so it's easy to feel lost, and it's easy to not feel like you don't have a friend, but you do. Like, stop being so tunnel vision. That was my worst thing for 7 years. I didn't talk to anybody, and it was the loneliest time of my life. And then I became empty and careless. I thought life was a game, I did stupid things. I didn't want to know what was next. I stopped caring about my future, because as I grew up, I started to understand it more, what it was, and then my mom the next day might not be here anymore. And I didn't bother to talk to anybody or rebuild my life, because it was devastating, and I just didn't know what to do. My sisters left me, and I felt like I was abandoned also. And my parents, they weren't the people that they used to be. So it was extremely difficult. And then one day, whenever I lost a friend in a car accident, my mom came down and sat right next to me, and my mom, she lost her faith whenever she was little. And so she came up and sat down next to me, and she told me something about God. And I was kind of shocked, because she didn't talk about God ever. and she told me that her illness made her rethink about it, because if she wants to go to heaven, she has to believe in God or do the right things. And so my mom knew that it was a matter of time too, and so she wanted to go to heaven. And she was talking to me about how God has plans and things like that, and that she doesn't know what they are, but she said that her getting sick was the reason for it. So whenever I was 15, that's when she told me that. And that's whenever I just got my head out of the gutter and I started to rethink about my life. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to be an architect to build homes for people who can't really afford them. And I wanted to be somebody good. And it's crazy how she was diagnosed with something so incurable and she turned it around. And my mom, I see her sometimes with a smile, and sometimes I just see her looking at me and shaking her head and saying, you know, you can do better. And so I see that a lot, actually. But I need to turn the page around. And like I said, I came into school hoping for better, and I got it. I didn't have to worry about whether or not I would, at Woodland High, there was a lot of code reds, and that was actually really scary because the teacher that I would always have for these code reds never knew what was happening. So the door would be wide open. He was so clueless. So here, it's a lot friendlier. It's amazing. You don't have to worry about having somebody coming up and hurting you. And I absolutely hated Woodland High in public school because I went around really sad. I didn't want to go there. And then me transferring here allowed me to get a better job. For those of you who don't know or have heard, yes, I am the Eddie from Starbucks. That's what I was saying. And so coming here allowed me to rebuild my life. And I was afraid that being here, nobody would accept me. And you know what? It was a complete 180. Everybody accepted me. I had people coming up to me the first day saying, here, my name is Eddie and things. That's my name. And so it's a lot more peaceful here. It's not hectic, and the education here is amazing, actually. And you should thank the teachers. Don't be giving them attitude. That's what I hate. Because they're actually, being a teacher is a hard thing. And I know I'm going off script. Sorry, Mazzati. And so be nice to your teacher, guys. It's a hard job. They deal with that 30 kids, sometimes 20 at a time, and it's hard to get up in front of, especially a crowd, and teach, because some people are visual, some people are verbal learners, and it's hard to do both. And I rarely see teachers that do that. And here, they really try to give you the best experience you can, and they're doing an amazing job at it. And they're trying to make you as safe as possible, and you guys are safe here. And, I know this is going to sound cliche, but you have to thank God for that, It's an amazing school. And right now, I'm trying to be a better person, I sat here where you guys are sitting, and I was like, I'm never going to speak up here, never. And look where I'm at. That's only because, looking at everybody here, I can see that you guys are going to go through something one day. Something you're going to feel it's all going to crumble apart. But you know what? You got to look at the bright side, keep on going, It does get better. You might not think that way, but it does, 7 years felt like 70. Time went by so slow, and it felt really bad. But you know what? I'm at now where I got so many friends. People care about me. They ask how I'm doing. They pray with me, and I'm not much of praying, so it changed my life. And people talking about God, I didn't really believe it, but now I see it. He's kind of like a phoenix. Whenever my life fell apart, he rised up and took care of my mom, took care of my little brother, which is my best friend. And he took care of everything. And now I can live life without wondering what's going to happen next, because I know it's going to be taken care of. Thank you for listening.